What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer of the O.C.G, and I am here, hopefully, streaming Ghost of Tsushima with my new chair that my lovely fiance Sammy got me. Oh, I've got room for you, my love. Come here. Come to daddy. Hey, I'm in your chair. It's so comfy. It's such an improvement. Echo's apparently seemingly liking it too. Like, oh, look at my new digs. She's like, I'm gonna get just as much use out of this chair as you are. She really will, actually, probably. She's always in it when I'm in it, and then when I'm sleeping or whatever, she's in my chair. Uh, how do I look on camera? Does this look good? Can you see me? Should I adjust the camera? Well, I mean, obviously now the cat's in the way, but I'm talking about without the cat here. Can you clearly see me? She's so cute. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because I'm not having to lean forward. Before, the other chair baby was too low, so I had to like constantly lean forward like this, so I was like at an angle. So yeah, you probably can't see me better with this chair. And like I said, I vacuumed before I put the chair down, and then I put sticky pads, the rope straps I had that I showed you, uh, at the foot of the chair where it touches. So hopefully that should deter them, and then I'll just have to keep up the vacuuming. Plus, this chair doesn't have that many crevices, so it's actually a good deterrent in and of itself. If it had been like a purely cloth chair, it actually would have been easier for them to get into. So, does this chair get the Echo seal of approval? Yeah, it's comfy. It's great. The other one was way too small, and I had to lean up in it. Does this get two ears up? Two paws up? You gotta tell Samantha, say thank you for the chair, ma'am. Maybe I can talk Samantha into getting you a little cat house. What do you think? We'll work on her. Uh, get her a little cat car to pick up dudes in. Like, hey, handsome, get in. Well, they're fucking bungee cord elastics, babe. They're literally meant to hold. It says 400 or 500 pounds. So I don't think it'll be a problem. I weigh like 180 something pounds, 190, somewhere around there. So I'm not even at half capacity of the chair. Uh, so yeah, I think it should be fine. Honestly, I think it'll last a while. Definitely longer than the chair I was in. So I got no complaints. I'm very thankful. I just wanted to wait to put it up because I wanted to make sure, to try and minimize the the stuff. Same with the cot. I'll put that up tomorrow. I just wanted to get it done and get it ready so you could see me in the chair because you said you wanted to see me in the chair. And after all the effort you went to get this for me, you deserve to see me in the chair. So, gotta never please forgive me for doing my sons and deals and do them. Hmm. But I love you, baby. And I appreciate everything you do for me. I spend a lot of my time in this chair streaming, so it's important to me that I can do that in relative comfort. So it's a big deal, and I want you to know that I don't take it for granted. Like it means a lot. You're so good to me. Honestly, having the chair is more important to me than a bed. You know what I mean? With a bed, I sleep in it and all that. So but with this is like my job. This is my thing. So I'm really happy. Got no complaints, hot mama. If you want to hop back up here, Echo, you can. I always got room for you. You, my little lady. Emily said if Echo's eye doesn't get better in the next couple of days, that she'll help me pay for a vet because I obviously I can't afford a vet, so that's good. Yeah, it should. Yeah. So if Echo's eye doesn't get better by like Monday or so, I'll probably take Emily up on that offer and take her to bed and get her checked out. She's paying for it, like I said. I really appreciate that. Vets here are so expensive, Samantha, that it's not like I don't want to look after her and take care of her. It's that it's really fucking hard to afford it. It's terrible. Yeah, she is. She really is. Because she asked me how Echo was doing, and I told her, and that's when she offered. Because, well, Emily knows my situation. She knows that I don't make a lot of money, and how expensive vets can be. That it's not that I wouldn't want to take her. It's that I couldn't afford to. I could save up for months, and not have enough money to take her. You know what I mean? I think she'll be okay though. I think she got into a fight with the other cat and it scratched her eye. I think it just needs to heal. Like it caught her cornea. That's what I think happened because she hasn't ran a fever and she's had like a mucousy discharge, but it's been white, so it doesn't look infected. I think she will be okay. But it makes me feel better just to know, like I had that in my back pocket if something happens where I can get her help. I was a little worried about that because, well, I mean, you know how much I love this cat. I don't know what I'd do without her. You know, so it puts my mind at ease knowing that if worst comes to worst, I can get her checked out. But so far, I think she'll be fine. I think she's got to heal. It happened like 4 or 5 days ago, so you get a scratch to your cornea, it takes a while to heal. Yeah, exactly. So I really appreciate her and everything she's done for me. I'm just looking over the straw because I'm anal like that. Oh, you have caffeine. I'm not erect. You're erect. I've always got space up here, baby. Come on. You're the only one to get down. Come on. Yeah. Always got space for my kiddo. So you can see the drain.
Help! Over here!
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She's been a great help to me. She's been one of the best friends. And uh uh she sorry. Uh I couldn't have streamed Death Stranding on launch night. Exactly. That was a huge stream. I got a lot of subscribers from that. Did really well. Uh it was important to me. I couldn't have done that. She helped me get another controller. She has really helped me out a lot. Like I said, she got Echo a bed for my birthday, which was really nice of her. She's been a great friend, and things are looking up for me. Like things were kind of rough lately. Echo got hurt. I was sick really badly. Uh, Max was missing, and I'm still sick, but I'm getting better. I'm mostly over it. I'm over the worst of it. I'm feeling more like myself again. I just got a little bit congested sniffles. Other than that, I'm fine. Echo, now I have help for her. And uh, Max is back.
You're going
I
to
got
be
the
all
chair,
right.
so things are looking up.
Thank you.
Go, and stay safe.
This is for you, Lord Sakai.
Let's go!
Yeah, for my birthday, I had said that she asked me, she's like, does Echo have a bed? Because she's talking about her cats have little beds. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. I couldn't afford one. And so for my birthday, which was obviously before we met, she got Echo a bed. Little bed. It was, yeah, super nice. She got me that and the bed. She got me that, the bed, and a PSN card. She got me those three things. It was really nice of her. She basically gave me like a little care bag. It is, yeah. Echo sure appreciates it. Yeah, she does. Say, I deserve a bed. Say, I'm a queen. Gotta spoil this cat. Ever I can, of course. I wish I had more money to spoil her more, but, you know, I give her so much love and attention. That's all I can give her. I wish I could give her more, but, you know. But, you know, she will never have to worry about not being loved. I love this cat so much. Such a little kitty. Such a little kitty. Meow. And you hear purring. Say thank you to Sammy for the new chair. Yeah, making her famous. Then I'm gonna make you part of the brand, Echo. Once I get the computer, once Sammy's laptop that she got me arrives, I'm gonna make you the banner for my channel. You're gonna have brand recognition. You're gonna be famous. Everybody's gonna know Echo. You're the O.C.C, the obsessive compulsive cat. We're gonna make Echo T-shirts, Echo mugs. We're gonna turn you into the new Grumpy Cat. Brand recognition, bitch. Yeah, he's cute too. Yeah, it won't be long until this hair is covered in cat fur. I love this cat. She is the stage 3 shedder. All the animals are, man. It's crazy. So good. So good's a short haired dachshund, and she still fucking sheds. It's just the cost of doing business. I'm always covered in cat hair. Yeah, plus she's just so friendly. I've had so many people come into my channel and they're like, wow, your cat just sits with you while you game? I'm like, yeah, all the time. Hell, a lot of the time, Samantha, I can't stop this cat. You've seen it. Sometimes it's not like I don't want her up here, but like my legs will just be hurting, so I don't want the weight on my legs. And she will fucking Just repeatedly jump up here. I have to put it down. Nope, like you can't get rid of me. So it's like it's not only like I don't even have to like convince her to get up here. I can't stop her. Yeah, exactly. Like you think the short hair wouldn't be that shady, but oh my god. I mean, just wait. I'll show you. So just, after just petting her a little bit, do you see? Uh, so I love this cat. But she is a stage 3 shedder. So you know it's just unavoidable. I am covered. I am perpetually covered in cat hair. I'm like, okay. Like at first I tried to keep it off, and I'm like, it's just the reality of doing business. You will be covered in her hair too. I promise you. It's a short hair conspiracy. That's funny. Your kids are gonna be covered in this cat's fur. I hope you know that. Like, yeah, your whole house is gonna be covered in gray cat fur. Hope you're ready for that. You never be able to get away with murder, Echo. They just be able to track your hair. I mean, look at this. I think she'll love them. She's really great with people. I mean, obviously she doesn't love everybody as much as me, but the only person she has problems with is other cats, other female cats, I should say. She doesn't have problems with male cats because it's like they're not competition. She doesn't have problem with other dogs, you know, like Soka. So I think she'll get along with Lexi just fine. Honestly, I think she'll get along with you and your kids. Like she's a very friendly, loving cat, and that's why I thought it was funny when I first went to meet when I first went over to Holly's house and I went to meet Echo because she told me she had a cat. Uh, she's like, "Well, the cat isn't very loving." Oh yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my mom has one of those things, but she's like, "Oh, this cat isn't very loving." First time I met this cat, Samantha, this cat was fucking rolled over. Like, show me your belly, and like this, like right after, she's like, "Oh no, she's not a loving cat." And then I was like, "Okay," and like that was the first time she met me. So it's like for the first time I met this cat, I was in love with her. And then when Holly moved in with me, which that was a huge mistake, uh, she was like, "Oh, I don't have to bring my cat in." At the time, the way she said it, she made it sound like she didn't want to be a burden to me, and I told her, "No, there's no way I'm not gonna let you. There's no way I'm gonna have you not bring your cat." You know, I didn't know it's like she didn't really care, and that's why. But so she brought her, and then she came over, and I held her in the car right here, and we fell in love. You know, all of a sudden she's following me around the house. Yeah. Oh, you got a hairball? Yeah. I got you. And then, like I told you, one day we were talking. I don't even know what brought it up. It's been so many years now. But she was like, I don't love cats like I love dogs. I could just leave Echo behind and not even care. And like that fucking appalled me. Because I'm like, why would you get a cat then? You know what I mean? Nobody forced you to get a fucking cat. And but I saw it as my opportunity. Uh so I told her, I said, okay then. I said, if that's true, if we break up, let me keep the cat. And she said, okay. Me and Holly broke up a few months later, and I kept the cat, and we've been together ever since. And it worked out for the best, really. We've been together since 2017. Yeah, 2017. So I've had her for 8 years now. Most of her life, actually. I've had her longer now than she was ever with Holly. And like I said, if she really didn't love Echo, then it works out for the best that I get her, because I do love her. I love this cat more than life itself, Samantha. I would die for this cat. I would take a bullet for this cat. That's not even kidding. Right? Exactly. Like, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Nobody made her adopt a cat. I'm like, if you just like dogs, that's cool. Nobody's telling you, oh, you have to have a cat. You're allowed to have what you want. But it's like, once you get a cat, you're obligated. Because like I've dated girlfriends, and you're like, oh yeah, uh, uh, I'm not a huge fan of cats. And I'm like, okay, that's your preference. Those girls didn't have fucking cats. You know what I mean? It's like simple. Oh, I'm not a fan of cats, so don't get a cat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I asked for that too. I'm like, why get a cat? And I think she just like stammered and she didn't really answer me. And I'm like, why get a cat then? Nobody held a fucking gun to your head. If you're not a cat person, don't get a cat. That's just like, that's not fair to you. That's not fair to the cat. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we were talking about rats, and I told you I'm not a big fan of rats. So I wouldn't buy a pet rat because I wouldn't really like it, and that's not fair to the rat. That should just be like simple. You know what I mean? A B. Don't like the animal, don't get the animal. Oh, spot Stan. And unfortunately, due to the shit that Holly let happen, that's why Echo's the way she is now. She can't get along with Nil. Like I was telling you before, babe. Uh, she grew up with the cat constantly attacking her. So from the time she was born, from a kitten, to the time she was like 4 years old, she was being attacked by another cat. She saw that other cat as an enemy. And by the time I got her, it was just too ingrained in her. So with female cats, she just sees them as the competition, the enemy. I tried, like, I read up on it. I tried getting them together. I tried petting them both at the same time. I tried, like, spraying bottle. I could not make Echo and Neil get along. And it sucks because if she had been more attentive, then Echo never would have been like that. Maybe she could actually get along with Neil and have a friendship. But she has no problem with male cats. I don't know why. Maybe it's like she didn't see them as competition because they're male cats. But we had a male cat when she first lived with us. My parents had a cat, Babies. He's a big black tuxedo cat, super great cat. He passed away a few years ago, but he just died from old age. He was like 20 plus years old, so he lived a full good life, you know. But Echo had no problems with Babies, the male cat. So, like, if I ever got another cat with her, I could get a male cat and it'd be no problem. It's just, for some reason, man, any female cat, she just immediately dislikes. Yeah, he was a real long-lived cat. My mom actually had a cat when she was a kid that lived to be 25 plus. Sadie. She was a little gray cat, and that cat lived to be almost 30 years old. That was an old fucking cat. So, a lot of our animals are long-lived. Yeah. Yeah, who's a good fox? Yeah, you. They do such a good job with the foxes, man. Look at him. Yeah. Oh, hey, actually, I meant to tell you, something really cool. They're actually working on some right now that could potentially double the lifespan of cats across the board. Scientists have discovered for a long time now, baby, that the number one thing to wear out on cats is their livers. That's one of the first things to go in a cat, and that's usually what causes them to die from old age is their liver failing. Like, it's the number one cause of elderly cat death. Uh, they are currently working on a medicine. You give it to the cat at birth, or like early on, and it dramatically slows down the breaking of their liver. And they're still testing it right now. It'll be years till it's on the market. But the cats that they've been testing it on have lived dramatically longer lives. Like, they think it could double the average cat lifespan because that is the number one thing that kills them from old age, and it dramatically slows down the breakage of that and allows them to live much longer lives. And like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that is just like that's a scientific win right there, and it's like a one-time shot. And like I said, imagine a world where cats could live twice as long. And that was a story last year that they're all living much longer lives. Like, they've been doing a study for many years. Obviously, they have to like test the cats before they put it out on the market, but they estimate that stuff should be out on the market in the next couple years. And imagine if cats could live twice as long as they did now. That'd be such a big win. And like I said, it wouldn't be like anything invasive, just one shot to slow down the breakage of the number one thing that kills them in age. Like that's just super fucking cool. And all the time we have like them doing weird stuff with breeding, like inbreeding dogs and just do their snout. So it's really cool. They finally got scientists together to figure out a way to improve the animal's life instead of just fucking make it worse. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I can't wait. Like, obviously, like I said, it'll be a few years before it's on the market, and then probably a few more years till it's widely affordable. But in our lifetimes, in me and your lifetimes, we can actually see the lifespan of the average house cat double. How fucking cool is that? That's like the coolest thing. Like, that is science being used for good. Yes, exactly. Like I said. So, in the future, they could use it on us. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like, it's an exciting discovery. Like, that's like a serious win for science. You know, all the time you see like a scientific project and it's like, oh man, why are they doing this? Like, why would you even do this? But this is like, man, they're actually helping cats live longer. Fucking A. You know how like how much my entire life, like my mom and me were like, man, we wish dogs lived as long as humans. You know, it sucks to outlive your dog. Sucks to outlive your cats. And when I saw that, I'm like, that is fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like, W for science. And you know, like it's not some invasive treatment. It's just like one shot. It's awesome. That could make all cats live longer and healthier lives because their liver holding up would just keep them alive longer. It would actually give them a better quality of life. Their liver would hold up, like it slows down the degradation of their liver. So they would be older, but their liver would be younger. So it wouldn't just give cats longer lives. It would give the cats better lives, and that's fucking sick. And I just thought that was so cool. Like that's like the coolest like scientific thing I've seen in ages. And yeah, like I forgot to mention that to you because I keep bringing up cats. Yes, exactly. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, wouldn't that be so great though? Like I said, if your cats could live as long as humans, that would be the coolest thing. Dogs, you know, because dogs are meant to be like your best friend, and then you outlive them. Like if we could figure out ways to keep them around, that would just be the coolest thing. Like so, you know, and like I told you, babe, so often we see them doing dumbass shit with breeding. Like look what they did to pugs. They are supposed to have long snouts, and now pugs no, snouts are so short they can't fucking breathe from all the inbreeding and selective shit we did because some weird asshole decided that pugs looked better with a short fucking snout. You know what I mean? Or like the Cheshire cats, the little cats. Uh, those cats they're cute, but they live half as long as regular cats. They have an average lifespan of 5 years. It's like, why would you do that? Hey, let's make cats that live even shorter lives. So it's like, well, all the time when you see them doing shit with animals, it's usually some fucking stupid vanity project that doesn't make cats' lives or dogs' lives better. So it was like a breath of fresh air to see, like, oh, scientists working together to give cats longer lives. I'm like, that is a science fucking thing that I can root for. Like, that's a public service. That's what science should be for the betterment of people and animals' lives. So, and like I said, you know, it's too soon to get excited. They're still testing it. They're working out the kinks. They have to do long-term studies, and then they've got to roll it out, and it's got to go through all the trials and all that. But it's working so far. You know what I mean? So, like in our lifetime, we could see that happen. That's fucking sick. And you know me, somebody that fucking adores cats. Yes, exactly. Thank you. See what I mean? Like, normally when you hear them doing some shit with animals, it's some fucking stupid. Like, why? Like, you're just fucking around with their DNA because you can. You know, like they're trying to bring back woolly mammoths. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dear God, why? Best case scenario, woolly mammoths come back and they fuck up the ecosystem because it's super delicate. Worst case scenario, they just all die because remember, the last time we had woolly mammoths was the fucking Ice Age. They're not. Uh. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Fuck. I was hidden, but Jesus Christ. Hold on, babe. Sorry. Here we go. My fucking phone. I hid you and then I unhid you. It's fine. I'm sorry. I keep my phone open. But I undid it, so you're good to go. Sorry. God, they really should make it harder to do that. Like that's the second time that's happened. I gotta be more careful because I keep my phone open, so like if I need to, I can read your message, and then I'll actually touch it with like my thing, and it's like right there in the first tap, so it's not even hard to do. Like when you literally tap the button. Yeah, because I corrected it before your messages were hidden. When I see it's like the first button right there at the bottom, so I'll accidentally type your name with like my elbow and then hit it again, and oh, you're hidden, and I'm like, fuck, like it's way easier than it should be to hide somebody, like something that should be like a thing, like, ugh, good old YouTube. And see this game, Samantha, this game's about to get even better. Thus far, this has been Act 1. I'm actually about to end uh Act 1 and go to Act 2. And Act 2 is when this game actually gets really great. Like, they actually, uh, this game gets better as you go along. Like, it's already been great already, but you don't get to the really good stuff until Act 2. Act 2 is when you fully become the ghost. uh and he fully takes on the mantle. You know what I mean? Like up until now, he's like, oh, she made the name towards the end of Act 1. You saw Yuna make the name, but it's at the start of Act 2 that he really decides to embrace it, and you really start to see the fear, like where it starts turning. They're afraid of him, and like you unlock a lot of really cool shit. Oh, hold on one second, baby. I gotta let my cat out. She wants out. Yes, I heard you. Yes, exactly. And you get access to all kinds of stuff. Like if you get enough kills uh without getting hit, I think it's like 5 kills without getting hit, you go into ghost stance, and it's like the next 3 times you hit an enemy, it's an insta kill, and everything goes black and white. So it's like he goes into like an ultimate mode. But what's really cool is up until now, the Mongol commanders, you can't stealth kill them. You can drop down on them and do a critical strike that will do more damage, but you can't instantly kill them. He gains this thing called the critical assassination. If you sneak up on a Mongol commander in a base, you can drop down on them, and he cuts their head off. And when you cut their head off, not only does it make everybody in the base run in fear from you, but you instantly go into ghost mode. So literally, you drop down, fucking kick the commander to his knees, slice off his head, and then you're just fucking chasing the Mongols down as they're running in fear from you. It's fucking awesome. Like I said, one hit kill. Bop, bop, bop. So it's like if you can just sneak up to the commander in the base, you can just go fucking crazy. And that, like I said, that doesn't even come in until Act 2. Well into the game. Like they're still showing you this stuff. And this region of the map is my favorite part of the map. The second region, Toyotoma. It's the wetlands and the red forest and stuff that we were talking about. The sea field of the equinox flower. Beautiful forest of red flowers. So the game starts off good, and then it only gets better. And there's all this different armor that you wear in the game, and you actually get the ghost armor, and you get his clan armor. So you have like his actual ghost like shadow outfit, and then you get his dad's suit of samurai armor you saw in the beginning from his home. You go to his Sakai's estate. You remember in the beginning you saw like he went to his dad's funeral. Like you get to go back there and meet his nanny that took care of him when his dad died. The story gets even better. Like this is just the start. This game gets considerably better as you go. Like they don't just throw you into the ghost right away. You have to see the journey, and if you're patient, it just gets better and better and better. That happens very early on in Act 2. That's one of the first missions, because right now, uh, the castle Kanata that Lord Tremor is trapped in, uh, is the bridge to the other islands. See what I mean? How, like, the castle is the focal point? So, he's locked out from the island until they clear the castle. So, like, right after you do the big mission to liberate the castle and rescue your uncle, that's when he's like, okay, now I can go home. Because the way is open. Before, they were, like, guarding the entryway into the second island. So that's, like, one of the very first things you do. Like, okay, it's time for me to see how my house is holding up. This whole time I've been trapped down here. So yeah, that's like one of the very early things you do in Act 2 is go to your home, the Sakai estate. uh so it's not like right away, but it's very early into Act 2, because obviously as soon as you get an opportunity to go to your house, that's going to be like one of the first things you do. Is like, oh, I need to check the place, make sure it's still there. And I really like it because they kind of have a thing in games. It's an annoying trend where they make a plot to rescue a character, and I'm sure you've seen in movies and other games, and then you rescue that character and the game is over. Uh, so when I first started playing this game, I thought that rescuing Lord Shimura would probably be like the end goal of the game. You get him back, you know? That is not the case. You actually rescue Shimura at the end of Act 1, and he is a major character in the game going forward. It's not just like, oh, you rescue him, the game's over. Like, after Act 1, he's a major character, and I dig that because Shimura is a fucking awesome character. I mean, you've seen the flashbacks, you know, when he teaching Jin as a kid, uh, uh, him talking to the Mongol while he's in captivity because he's trying to get him to surrender. He's an awesome dude. So it's really cool once he becomes like an actual character in the game that you're doing missions with, that you don't just rescue him and the game is over. He then becomes like one of your main people going forward helping you. And I was so happy about that because I thought when I first played this game, because remember, I went in fresh, oh, you're probably going to rescue him at the end of the game. No, he's the second and third act of the game. He's a main character by your side. So it also makes it feel like a payoff because you go to all this effort, you know, getting all these people to help you rescue him, and then when you rescue him, you actually get to see him in the story going forward. So it's not like, oh, we rescued him, game's over. And so it's like it pays off you rescuing him because now he's like a major guy helping you out. Because he has he's the leader of Tsushima Island, so he actually has like a lot of soldiers and shit to help you. And it's just really cool because he's the closest thing Jin has to a dad now. He's his uncle, and I really like how they did that because he's an awesome character. Uh, and I would have been upset if he was just in it barely. You know what I mean? Like if you just only saw him in a flashback or two and you had rescued him, I'm like, man, that would suck to waste a character. No, he's a really big part of the game, and he's a fucking awesome character. Like the story in this game is so good. It's so good, and like, uh, and it starts to really heat up because his uncle sees the ghost shit, and his uncle is like, you can't do this, you're a samurai. And he loves his uncle and wants to be proud of his uncle, like you saw, but he also wants to save the island, and that's the central conflict. It's basically like, okay, you want to save the island? What are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up your position as a samurai, your title, your home? Are you willing to sacrifice everything to save your homeland? And it's a really compelling story because it's like he's caught between these two sides, between the life that he knows, his family, where he was born and raised into, and feeling like if he doesn't do this, if he's not the ghost, they're all gonna die. Because remember, the samurai are still hobbled by their traditions, so the Mongols are beating them. So it's like that's the whole conflict at the start of the story, is him being torn between these two sides of him, and it's an impossible decision. And it's like, do I want to save my homeland even if it means I lose everything? Yes, exactly. Do I want to save my homeland even if it means I'm exiled? Even if it means, technically speaking, I'm a criminal? You know what I mean? Because technically he is breaking the samurai's laws. So he's like, are they going to come after me? But if I don't do this, we're going to die. Like, none of this would have happened without him being the ghost. You know what I mean? Like, if he had just stayed a samurai, his uncle would be dead right now. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, me being the ghost is the only thing that got us this far. And it's so, like, captivating because, like, you get where his uncle's coming from, too. You know what I mean? Like, because his uncle's like, I love you. You're the closest thing I have to a son. You're the only family I have left, and I'm afraid they're going to exile you. So he's not, like, coming down on Jin because he's a bad guy. He's coming down on him because he's afraid for him. Because he loves his nephew. It's like his son. Shimura never had a son, so he basically adopted Jin as his son because he was his brother's kid. And it's really compelling. And you don't start getting into that until Act 2. And it actually makes perfect sense from the story sense when you think about it, because if his uncle had always been around him, he never would have became the ghost, because you saw how much of an influence his uncle was on him. So, from a story point of view, it makes sense that they had to get his uncle away from him to set him down this path. And then you see, like, the conflict of embracing the ghost, becoming the one that they fear. Like, it's such a great fucking story. And obviously, you see the story's good now, but it really heats up in Act 2, which, I mean, it makes sense. Act 1 is, introducing the characters, introducing the island. After, exactly. So his uncle is torn. He's like, dude, they could outlaw you. They could try to kill you. Uh, and Shimura wants him to be his heir. He wants him to officially take on his role of being the Jito, the guy who rules the island. So he was grooming Jin to be his predecessor. But I'm sorry, his successor, before everything went to shit and the Mongols hit. Because he loves Jin so much. And so, like, you see these two dudes who are trying to do the right thing. They care. Jin obviously cares about the island. You saw he was willing to die for. I'm sorry, Shimura. Shimura obviously cares about the island. He was willing to die. He told him, just kill me. He didn't surrender. He didn't give up. So they both love the island, and they're both trying to save the island in their own way, but they're doing it in two different ways. And it's a really well written story where it's like, once again, kind of like Claire Obscure, there's no easy answers. It's like, yes, I'm breaking the samurai code, but I'm saving my people, but we value honor. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a great, great story. And up until now, he's been away from the Khan. Kublai Khan, or I'm sorry, Khotin Khan is his name. After the first act of the story, Jin starts directly fighting the Khan, so you see the main villain way more. And he has, like, that really great, like, back and forth with the main villain, because as you see in the main villain, he's actually really, really well written. He's not just a stupid warlord. Like, he's smart. He learned their tactics. He's like, oh, save your people. Like, he's a really formidable foe. And that's the thing, is, like, they wrote the villain really well. Uh, so, like, and then, like, Jin starts, like, directly fighting the villain, and they have, like, a back and forth. Uh, and the stuff the villain does makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, he's not just a mustache twirler. Like, they even go into it and explain the villain's backstory, because, remember, babe, He's the grandson of Genghis Khan. He has a lot of expectations, and he basically says they're expecting me to conquer someplace. If I don't, it's my ass. So even the villain doesn't really want to be there, but he has felt like I have to live up to this legacy because Genghis Khan is like the greatest warlord of all time, and it's like if I don't come back with results, they're gonna fucking kill me. You know what I mean? So it's like even the villain, like you can kind of understand, like he's been forced to go out and you give results, you live up to the Genghis name, or you're done. It's a brutal society. So it's not like he wants to be here conquering this shit. He doesn't really have a choice as Genghis's grandson. Ah, so like yeah, exactly. So he's not just some mustache twirling. Ooh, I'm just bad. Ooh, I'm a villain. Ooh, like he has legit reasons for what he does as well. And so it's just a really well written story. And remember, it's based off real history. The Mongols invaded Japan twice, and they started with Tsushima because it's like the outside island here's Japan, and then it's like an inlet. So they're like, if we get this island taken, we can use it as a staging base to attack the rest of Japan. That's why they started with Tsushima. Get a base right there where we can fortify and attack from there. Because obviously the Mongols are from China, pretty far away. So like we need this island as the base. It's like Tsushima, despite being a small island, is pretty important to Japan, or it was at the time during naval warfare. So this is like, even though the characters are fake, it's very grounded in real history, a real thing that happened. And it's kind of got that like plausible deniability where it's like, well, we don't know the specific people who were involved in the war. We just have those records of the Mongols. So you know what I mean? Where it's like, we know it probably didn't happen, but there's always that like it's so well written. And I love this game. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you see me play this game, you think this game is really good, but you haven't seen the part where it starts to get fucking really good. And I was so like pumped because it's like, wow, this game is good, and this game is getting even better. Like Act Two is even better than Act One. It's like, oh shit, like it's really heating up. You know what I mean? And like I told you before, babe, a lot of games will play their best cards going forward because they're afraid if they don't play their best hand that well, people won't be interested. But then it creates a problem where it's like, well, we played our best card, everything's downhill from here. The best games are willing to take the time to get in to build up to the best stuff, and that's this game. Like I said, he's not even officially the Ghost, and for another game company, they would have just made him the Ghost immediately. But in this game, they really take the time to build up to it. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. You see, like, Yuna brings it up organically to sow fear, because she recognizes as a thief the power of superstition and fear. He's a vengeful ghost. He's more than a man. He's an idea. And, because when he saved those villagers, they're like, he fought like a demon. I've never seen a man fight like that. And Yuna took it and ran with it. And he's like, yes, he's a demon. He's a vengeful spirit here to save the island. So the ghost thing comes around organically, and then he doesn't just immediately say, oh, I'm the ghost now. Like, you see where he can see, okay, I need to embrace this. This is how we're going to win. We're going to make the Mongols afraid of me. Use their fear against them. And so, like, they take the time to set up him, to show you who he is before he becomes the ghost, so you can see how he changes and see those steps that it takes. And like I said, a lot of other developers, they would have been confident. They would have just tried to rush it and make him the ghost immediately because, oh, it says Ghost of Tsushima on the box. We gotta have him the ghost in the first 5 minutes. But all that pays off later in the story when you see his relationship with his dad, his relationship with his uncle, the conflict, the steps to becoming this mythological figure more than a man. He's a legend. And I fucking love that shit. And they took a risk, but oh my god, it pays off. Yes, exactly. People were incredibly superstitious back then, especially, Japanese, Chinese. So, him suing his legend like that, it would be effective. And remember, he got shot in the back 3 times in the beginning of the game, and they thought he died anyway. So to them, it's like, How is he still alive? He was shot 3 times in the back. So to them, it's like he is a ghost. You know what I mean? So like you can see organically where it comes from. That they don't just all of a sudden pull it out of their ass. Oh, he's the ghost. And so like it takes a little bit to get going, but it makes those story moments really pay off when it does. You know what I mean? Like, uh, it makes it more impactful that they built up the world so that you see what being the ghost is and what it means. And it also, like I told you, when this game starts, you feel like you're just a regular samurai. And obviously, of course, I mean, you're not a bitch, you're a trained warrior. But you honestly, throughout the course of the game, feel him growing in power till by the end, you feel like you said, like Japanese Batman. You go from a regular dude to a fucking legend. And like in the gameplay, you feel it. Like I said, you go from barely having any tools to fucking hopping down in a base and chopping a guy's head off and then just going fucking crazy. Like, you feel like every step. And sorry, I just get excited. Like you can see now kind of why I fucking love this game so much. Why this, like, you know how many games I played? I am not kidding, Samantha, when I tell you I played thousands of games. And this, I would literally put this in my top 5 of all time ever. And like I put it in my top 5 for years. You understand? This game now has been pretty much. This game has been out for 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years because it came out in June. July of 2020. So it's been 5 years now, and that whole time it's never left like my top 5. That's saying something how much I fucking love this game. And that also, I was trying to explain to you why I'm so pumped for the sequel. That looks fucking amazing. Like, let's take everything this game did and let's turn it up. Bigger map, denser map, new time period, new hero, wolf, companion, and I showed you those pictures. Ghost of Yotai looks amazing. Like, it looks even more beautiful. Like, the field of horses, the wolf companion, the fucking beautiful mountains that are autumn, like you see they're all yellow and red. Oh my god, it looks so good. I can't wait. And now you can kind of see why I'm so hyped for the sequel. Okay, yeah, I'll continue the main story. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know what's really cool? They actually the wolf is replace the guiding wind. In this game, you know how like you set a part on the map or a goal and the wind leads you there? Okay? In the sequel, the wolf is your guide. It doesn't just fight with you. So like you set a point on the map in the sequel, the wolf leads you there. So you're like this awesome female warrior being led around by a wolf who's like guiding you around the map. That's so fucking cool. I'm like, oh, that's like a really clever spin on the guiding concept where it's like, yeah, the wolf takes you wherever you want to go. So like in the sequel, you open the map, you set a point, the wolf, oh, I'm gonna lead you there, right? Right? And then, like I told you, you have all these new tools. In this game, you just use the katana. In the sequel, you get to use single katana, dual katanas, which is totally different fighting stance, the Kusurigama, spears, fucking rifles, because it jumped ahead to where they actually have flintlock rifles, and all these other tools. Of course, you can also use bow and arrow. But, so they're just adding so many new tools for you to use. They're taking everything that was good about this game and cranking it up like a good sequel. And they have much better hardware now. Just like I told you, this game is PS4 at heart. They added a few PS5 bells and whistles, but at its core, it's a PS4 game. Ghost of Yotai is PS5, so it's gonna be a lot prettier. They have a much bigger budget, so they can do way more. Because this game is, not indie, but it's a mid-tier budget. Ghost of Yotai, top tier. They're throwing all the money at it. So, like, I'm so fucking pumped. And it's coming out on October 2nd. October 2nd. So it's like, it's coming out in my favorite season and my favorite month. The sequel to one of my favorite games. Like, I couldn't think of a better game to celebrate spooky season with. Plus, it actually makes sense because, like I showed you those pictures, there's all those autumn woods. So it's like they're releasing a game with a lot of fall shit in fall. You couldn't time that better. So, like, I'm so pumped, and it's less than 3 months away now. Are you tired, baby? Do you need to go to bed? I know it's real late for you. I know you wanted to see me game and all that. I just don't want to fuck your schedule up even more.
Who will face me first?
This will make for a grand story.
Once again, I get talking to you, and I love you so much, and I just lose track of time. Yeah. Sorry, I got into a rant. I wanted to explain to you the story and how much I love it, you know? And, like, explain to you, like, how much better this game gets as you progress. You don't get to the really good shit until after Act 1. And, I mean, the game is already awesome. You know, but it gets really good at Act 1, after Act 1. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. Growing. You have no idea how much that means to me. Growing up, when I was a kid, I was that nerdy dude who had rants, and everybody would be like, oh my god, or do you ever stop talking? Shut up. And they would make me feel bad. And now, you know, like, so you liking my rants, it means a lot to me. You have people be like, do you ever shut up? You know? And, also having people appreciate my game rants. It makes me feel good. It's one of the things I enjoy about streaming, that people actually come to hear me talk about stuff. They come to ask me my opinions about games and stuff instead of being like, oh god, you shut up. They actually want to hear what I have to say. Like, I literally have people come, babe, and they'll tell me, like, I come to your streams just to get your opinion. Like, people have told me that. And that's, like, such a great compliment. Like, you're literally coming to watch my stream just because you want to hear what I have to say on something. Like, that is, like, the biggest compliment you could give me. You know what I mean? And that was, like, one of the things that made it take me so long to get into streaming, because I'm like, who would want to hear what I have to say? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to want to hear? And then my dad told me, he's like, a lot of people would. And he was right. My dad is, like, the one that gave me the confidence to get into streaming. Yeah, exactly. I found my niche. Exactly. I finally found, like, a place where it feels like I belong. Like, my own little corner of the world. And, you know, like I said, my dad was the one who told me, dude, you need to stream. You know? Because I thought, who would want to hear me? Nobody cares about what I have to say. Like, I didn't believe myself. I told you, you know, I have issues with self-esteem. And my dad was like, no, dude, you need to stream. I'm telling you. He's like, you're good at the games. You know what you're talking about. And he's like, this is a career where you could take what you're good at and make money off of it. You could take your love of games and make money off of it. You could take all of your knowledge about games and make money off it. He's like, you have to try. Like, it was my dad that pushed me into this and gave me the confidence to start this. I never would have gotten into it without him. And he believed in me. And said, no, I think not only would people want to hear you, but that you would do really well. He's like, you know, and he told me, he's like, you know, I grew up gaming, you know, because my dad was born in the 70s. He's like, I grew up around the birth of gaming. Yeah, my dad is amazing. I just don't, I don't show you pictures of him or talk about him a lot because he's real private. He's a real private dude. He's not, like, big on social media. That's all. But, I love my dad. You know what I mean? He's just really private. He's really secretive, so that's why I don't mention him as much as I could, because, you know, he's closed. But yeah, I love my dad a lot. And, he told me, uh, he's like, Kiernan, I grew up at the birthplace of gaming, because he grew up in the 70s, like literally at the start of gaming. Yes, exactly. Yeah, my dad's a really smart dude. My dad's super smart. So my dad told me, I grew up during the start of gaming. Because he was like literally there at the beginning, had Atari. And he's like, I love games. Obviously, my dad's a gamer. He's still a gamer. Uh, and he's like, I love games. And he's like, don't you think I would have loved to be able to make money off of playing games? He's like, when I was a kid, when I was growing up, we couldn't dream of making money playing games. And he's like, now, at the first time in history that we can get money off gaming, you come along and you're fucking brilliant at games. And I'm not tooting my horn, that's what my dad said. He says, you have, your way your autism is, you shine at games. You can pick up any game and be good at it. You can recite game shit from memory and talk games like nobody's business. So he's like, uh, at the first time in history that you can make money playing games where it's actually something that you can do, you come along and it's what you're truly gifted at. So he's like, my dad is not like in an organized religion, but my dad does believe in a higher power. He's like me. He's not necessarily into organized religion, but he believes there's some kind of plan, creator. Uh, my dad likes to debate and question all this stuff, We've had a lot of debates about it. But he's told me, he's like, I believe in, a grand plan, and he's just like, it has to be fate. That the first time that you could make money off of games, you come along, and that's what you're good at. Right as you're, a teenager, because Twitch and all that started, because Twitch is fucked up now, but back in the day, Samantha, Twitch was the first streaming platform. It didn't always used to be like it, I told you now. It's sadly degraded. Back when Twitch started, it was about the games. And then it became all about porn and that shit, and then YouTube streaming took over. Because remember, when YouTube popped up, there was no streaming on YouTube. Didn't happen until later. So at first, Twitch was a pioneer. Twitch was the first streaming platform, and then YouTube was like, oh, well, we need to get into this. We're already online, already posting streaming. And then Twitch went downhill. By the time I started streaming, Twitch was fucked. And that's why, I started streaming Twitch, and I'm like, man, I hate this. It's just booby streamers and e-girls and gross stuff. It's basically like a softcore porn site now, but it didn't always used to be like that. When Twitch started, and for the first several years, it was about gaming streaming. And then it just slippery slope. And now it's like, if you even want to get noticed on Twitch, you have to rise above an ocean of softcore porn. I've shown you some of the gross shit on there. And it's not like I told you, baby, uh, where you have to find the porn. It's hard not to find it. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to look for it. You gotta look to find people who are not doing that shit. When you go on to Twitch, I'll show you later. It's crazy. People have literally done experiments. They will make a new account with a new email, so it's not recommending them anything based on what they've watched. They'll just create a default account, and you log in, and the first thing you see on the front page is skimpy, barely clothed women doing all kinds of gross shit. Okay? And a lot of people aren't cool with it. I'm not cool with it, because Twitch has said, we're a family-friendly platform. And then they do that shit. You can't have it both ways. Uh, you can't say you're a family-friendly platform and then advertise skimpy girls on the front fucking page. And you know what I mean? Do you see the hypocrisy there? Why people, call Twitch out and they hate it? Because, they literally are like, well, we're family-friendly, but, oh, look at the skimpy girls on the front page. And it's not age-restricted. Anybody who gets on Twitch can see that shit. At least porn and shit, man. If you're gonna make a fucking account on Pornhub, you actually have to say you're 18. There's no barriers on Twitch. It's irresponsible. And if you're one of the girls on Twitch who just wants to stream games, because of course there's tons of games that girls that want to stream. It's way more difficult for you because you're going to be drowned out by titty streamers. So the actual girls who are there who are just trying to make a living gaming, they have a much harder time on Twitch because it's like, oh, great, I have to compete with girls with their tits out to here gyrating, and I'm just playing a game. And like I said, babe, Twitch was literally made for gaming. So, a lot of people are like, this is not what Twitch is supposed to be about. Like, they kind of watch Twitch become something it was never meant to be. And, when Twitch first came about, game streaming first came about, it wasn't even called Twitch. It's called Justin TV. And then it became Twitch later. But before it was Twitch TV, it was Justin TV. And it was just games. That's what it was. Only games. None of this fucking cam girl shit. And so, for the first couple years, it came about when I was a teenager, So it's like, when I was like 14, 15, it's like, oh, wow. You can stream games now. You can make money playing games. Like, it was a big deal at the time because it was like, oh, wow, that was, when I was a little kid, when my dad was a little kid, we couldn't dream of that. And like, all of a sudden now it's a big deal. And then YouTube was like, oh man, we need to get a cut of this. Obviously, because streaming exploded in popularity and became big. Some of the most viewed people in our society now are streamers. Like, the top streamers right now are just as famous as like a movie star. That's how big streaming has gotten. Uh, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have to regulate that shit. Anytime you don't regulate stuff on the internet, Samantha, people will take advantage of it, and they just didn't. They let it slide and slide and slide, and before you know it, Twitch went from purely gaming to, oh, there's a couple of cam girls, but they're not the side to, this is what Twitch is now, basically softcore fucking porn. And I didn't believe in streaming for a long time, so I didn't get into streaming until I was in my 20s. I told you about 2019. I was 23? Yes, 23 when I got into streaming. And by that point, it was already too late. Twitch had already devolved into fucking softcore porn. So at first, I started streaming on Twitch, and I really disliked it. The interface was archaic. Uh, you couldn't look, none of your chat came up on screen. So I was constantly having to look at my phone, and it was really distracting. Now occasionally you might say something large, and I have to look. That's once in a while. Imagine like if everything somebody said, I have to be there. So I basically have to be glued to my phone so I don't miss people's chats. And then uh, uh, they not only don't moderate the cam girls, they let people say awful things. So I would get like, you've seen some trolls here on YouTube, but it's not that bad because you've seen YouTube will like auto moderate words. Sometimes it can be a little overzealous and moderate stuff it shouldn't, but they actually have things in place, and that helps to stem a lot of the trolls. On Twitch, there's none of that. You think the trolls here are bad? Oh my god! I told you one time. One time I was on Twitch, and I actually had a bunch of people talk about like how they were gonna rape me for an hour and fuck me in the ass. Yes. Uh, and that stuff happens regularly on Twitch. So I went to Twitch first because that's, what I thought was the platform to be. Uh, and I was miserable. I spent the first couple months streaming on Twitch, and I was miserable because I was having awful trolls come in my chat. I had the archaic thing where I have to have my fucking face glued to the phone, and I'm half not looking at the game. Uh, and I was getting drawn up by cam girls, and I barely got anywhere. Uh, and then I thought about quitting because I'm like, man, this is not what I thought it was, Like maybe I missed the boat. And then I saw that YouTube had just started streaming, and actually I saw that YouTube's picking up streaming, and YouTube had a lot of good stuff on the streaming. And from what I saw, YouTube didn't allow the girls, the skinny girls. They would just ban you. You know, like they have rules on YouTube. You can't just walk around humping shit in a bikini. Uh, that YouTube actually had moderation. Someone, sorry, and PlayStation uh, has built-in YouTube streaming. They was PS5, PS4 was the first platform to have YouTube streaming built in. Sony was actually pioneering when it came to that. You know what I mean? So I thought, okay, I'll try YouTube streaming, and I tried it. It was about November of 2019, and I'm like, wow, this is so much better. I'm not getting drowned out by titty streamers. I'm not getting fucking accosted by trolls saying terrible, terrible things. I can see the chat on the fucking screen, so I'm not always having to look at the phone. And I'm like, I actually like YouTube streaming. And that's when I decided, oh, I'm just gonna do YouTube. And that's, I know a patented Karen rant, but I just wanted to fully explain to you why I hated Twitch and why I moved away from Twitch. Uh, and I don't just hate for Twitch. I don't just hate Twitch for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, I have a very good reason for not liking the platform. I've had a very bad experiences on Twitch with the nastiest people, and that Twitch doesn't moderate. So it's like, it's not even just like you're getting drowned out by booby streamers. They don't help you. Like, you've seen a couple trolls. You've seen a couple trolls, uh, but nothing like what I described on Twitch. It was awful. The worst trolls on YouTube are nothing like Twitch because YouTube actually has rules and moderation and it will actually censor those things. So obviously, it's not like it takes care of everything, but it's so much better. I got a lot of harassment on Twitch. It was not fun. Like, they don't have anything in place to protect people. So it's not bad enough that you're getting drowned out by softcore porn. Even if you're just trying to do your thing, you're going to get harassed. And nobody's going to help you. And there's less restrictions, so people really go crazy and just say some really fucked up shit. So the crappy interface, the no censorship or banning, the trolls, like really poor reporting tools, the titty streamers. I was miserable on Twitch, and once I got to YouTube, I'm like, oh my god, this is so much better, and I just never went back. I'm like, okay, I'm never going back to Twitch. I'm a YouTube streamer. This is what I'm doing, and it's worked out so much better for me. And of course, little did you know, when you told me about Twitch and Levi on Twitch, it opened the floodgates because I knew you didn't know about Twitch. So I'm just like, I wanted to warn you because I know how proactive you are about protecting your son. And I'm like, no, there's a lot of nasty stuff on Twitch. And I had to explain it to you so you could understand why I hate it and why it's not good for kids to be on there. It's not the type of, I knew, I'm like, oh, wow. If I thought to myself, as soon as you mentioned Levi's Twitch, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I was playing Fallout and you mentioned it, and I'm like, she probably doesn't know that Twitch is fucking awful, and I've got to tell her. Because, you're not, into streaming shit, so, and now you understand, why I loathe it. Yeah, exactly. Like, these dudes were telling me in detail they were going to rape me. It was awful, calling me a faggot. God, it was terrible. It was the worst I've ever been harassed online. And, they don't properly explain on Twitch how to ban people, so, I couldn't figure out how to ban them. So they were just it was 8 dudes sitting there for an hour harassing me. It was terrible. And it's I have a thick skin. I can handle, people trying to troll me. You've seen it. It doesn't bother me. But when you start talking about sexually assaulting somebody, you cross the fucking line. I would never talk like that to anybody. And it, for an hour, it was disturbing. And then finally, I had to stop my stream and look up how to ban them. And I finally was able to ban them. It was awful. And, YouTube doesn't give you people to help you with that. They don't properly explain how to do it. So, if you're new to Twitch and somebody heckles you like me, you're just gonna have to sit there while you figure it out. Like, it was awful, and I never forgot that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was like one of the main things that pushed me away from Twitch, because I'm like, wow, they're just they only care about the booby streamers, and they just let this shit go on. They don't try to censor any of this. I'm like, this is terrible. Like, they're not even. So it's like, it's not only you're letting your family friendly platform, family friendly, be overtaken by booby streamers. You're not protecting the people that are on your site. What are you doing? And I tried out YouTube because I YouTube streaming, when I first started, YouTube streaming was in its infancy. You know what I mean? It was brand new, like it had only been around for a year or so. For a long time, YouTube didn't have streaming. And they're like, okay, streaming now is so big, we need to get a piece of the pie. So, YouTube streaming. Uh, and I heard that YouTube streaming is better, so I'm like, you know what? I'm unhappy with Twitch. I'm about to quit anyway because I'm so miserable there. I thought about giving up. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll try streaming to YouTube. Especially because, I had a PS4 at the time. This is before PS5 even was out. So I'm like, it already has built-in YouTube streaming. So I'm like, I'll try it. What do I have to lose? I was gonna quit anyway, and I liked it so much better. And I'm like, oh, I actually like YouTube. I actually like streaming YouTube. Obviously, it's not perfect. There's still problems with YouTube. It sometimes auto censors shit it shouldn't. It's way too easy to accidentally hit the button and ban somebody. It's not perfect, but YouTube is 1,000 times better for streaming than fucking Twitch. And I actually enjoy streaming on YouTube. I did not enjoy streaming on Twitch. So, like I moved to YouTube streaming and I've never looked back. And that's, I have an Xbox. I've told you that I have a Series X. It's the Xbox equivalent to PS5. But I don't use it because for some fucking reason, Xbox only lets you stream to Twitch. There is no YouTube streaming on Xbox. So it's like, every time I want to stream an Xbox, I've got to go back to Twitch, and I don't want to go back to Twitch, so I just stopped streaming on Xbox. It's not like I don't like my Xbox. It's not like I don't want to play it. It's just I hate Twitch that much, and I have no other choice. But now with the capture card, I will actually be able to stream my Xbox games to YouTube because you can stream to anything with that. So you actually get to see me play Xbox games as well, because people are like, you just play on PlayStation. Do you only like PlayStation? I'm like, no, it's just Nintendo doesn't have any built-in streaming. If you don't have a laptop and a capture card, fuck you. And Xbox only has Twitch that I hate. So it's like, Sony is the only one that has good streaming. So it's not like I don't like those other game systems. It's just they don't give me many options. So you're going to see me playing a lot more like different types of games like Zelda. We've talked about Zelda a lot. I love Zelda, you love Zelda, but I haven't really been able to play Zelda because I don't have streaming. I didn't have a laptop and a capture card, and there's no built-in streaming. I own a bunch of the Zelda games, but I couldn't stream them. With the capture card, it literally works with the Switch. Like, it even says so on the product description. So I will be able to stream Zelda. And I'm sure you'll love that with how much you told me you love Zelda. And how you miss the modern Zelda. Like, you haven't played Zelda since, like, GameCube. You missed, like, 4 or 5 big Zelda games. I'm sure you'll love to see those. And I love Zelda, so I'd love to show them to you. Mario. I love Mario. I can stream Mario now, I have a Mario platformers on fucking Switch. Xbox, there's a lot of great, unique Xbox games, Xbox exclusives. I can stream those. Like, that's why I was telling you, like, how big of a deal it was that the capture card was, because you had heard me say that, and I'm blown away by the fact that literally you heard me say that one thing about needing a capture card in a laptop, and then you remember that for weeks, because it was like many weeks later that Prime deals came on, and you bought it, but you didn't understand exactly how big it meant to me, and that's why I had to call you on the phone and tell you, because it's a big deal. Like, you understood it was important to me, but I don't think you understood just how big of a deal it was. Like, all the stuff that opens up for me. Like, so many things that I couldn't stream now, I can. I'm so excited to get it and do that. And it opens up so many games. And it helps my channel because a wider amount of games, wider amount of people to watch my streams. There's tons of people that love to watch Nintendo games, and they're obviously not going to watch my streams or tune in because I don't play Nintendo games because I can't. So once I start streaming Nintendo, I'm sure I'll be tapping into a whole different demographic. And then hopefully after they see me play Nintendo, they'll stay for my other streams. Like, hey, I really like this guy, but they're not going to know that until I get my foot in the door. Xbox, there's an Xbox crowd there. Older games. I stream predominantly newer games because that's what I have. Well, like I told you, with the laptop you gave me, I can stream tons of older games. NES, SNES, Nintendo 64, PS1, GameCube, we both love. DS, Game Boy. There's a lot of people who watch my streams because they like older games. They like watching people play retro games, like me. So, like, it opens up so many doors for my streaming. Like, it is such a big fucking deal. Like, it blew me away, And then I was having trouble with the chair, and you got me this chair, and you got me the fucking cot to sleep on. Like, you've done so much for me. And I just, like, it's crazy how much you've done for me. I still can't, like, I'm so lucky to have you. Well, there's always going to be assholes, babe, Doesn't matter where you go. You could go into the nicest group of people, and there's always going to be that one asshole. You just got to take it and go with the bad. You know what I mean? So I don't let it get to me. And ultimately, that's one of the things you deal with when you have any career online. There's always going to be fucking trolls. It's inevitability. If you can't deal with trolls, you're just not cut out for anything online. It doesn't matter how popular you are, there's always going to be one guy who wants to be a dick to you. Can't please everybody. So you just got to deal with it. And like I said, most of the time you see me, trolls, I deal with them. They don't faze me. They don't piss me off. I just say, oh, okay, ban them. It's just those guys got to me because there's a difference between trying to be a troll, like with the Crash Bandicoot kids who are like making jokes and saying stupid stuff, like that guy, remember the guy, Crash Bandicoot guy who's just saying gibberish? And then there's difference between that and telling somebody you're going to rape them. Like, totally different. One is, one is really not cool. That's where they cross the line. Like, normal trolling doesn't bother me. I just say, fuck you, I give them a warning, then I block them. It's totally different when somebody's talking about assaulting you. That's like a line you should never cross. You should never talk like to anybody. Like, that's fucked up. And they were talking to me, like, about how they were going to do it. They were giving me details. I won't even, details I won't even repeat here. Like, it was terrible. It was awful. So, but here on YouTube, like, I can ban them no problem. Like, YouTube is on top of that. YouTube will actually usually censor that. Like, they have words like that keyed. Like, Rhea, you saw when she said the R word, she put the ampersand in it because it would automatically censor it. You see what I mean? Like, YouTube has things in place to help people. Twitch does not. That makes a difference, especially when I don't have a team of mods. Like a big streamer. I have to make do, so I need whatever tools I can have, and Twitch gives you nothing. Exactly, thank you. It's the difference between telling somebody you don't like them and giving them death threats. Like, they're both words. One is on a different level. Hey, you're a piece of shit. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. Like, one is just trolling. The other is fucking, like, literally, potentially a crime that puts somebody's life at risk. Average trolling, I don't like it, but okay. Talking about raping me, not cool. So, and we can catch up on all these games that you missed. I'm really looking forward to that, I can show you all the Zelda games that you missed, babe. And Twilight Princess. Me and Max already talked about it. My laptop you gave me should be more than good enough to stream GameCube. So I should be able to do Twilight Princess no problem. And that was the one you wanted to see with the wolf, where Link turns into a wolf. That's really fucking cool. So I'm sure you'll fucking love that one. Zelda and wolves. And I can't wait to catch you up on it because it's my favorite Zelda game. Like I mentioned before, I love a lot of the different Zelda games, but Twilight Princess has always been my favorite for 20 years. Yes, I'm so happy he's back as well. And he, like, do you see what I mean? Like, he's gone, and then he literally just pops back with no warning, asking me about the laptop. just, like, I was half asleep. Because, I was trying to nap before the groceries came, and then I saw Max say something. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that who I fucking think it is? And I'm like, oh shit! It's Max! Just 8 o'clock in the morning after being gone for weeks, just, what's up? Only he would get banned, temporarily banned for calling somebody gay. Like, that is like the most Max thing. Yeah, I was half asleep, honestly, you know what I mean? Trying to get a little Z's. But then I got a notification on my phone, and I looked and I saw Max, and I'm like, no fucking way. Like, I had to say something to Max, because I'm like, it's Max! It's fucking Max! Like, I've been, like I just told you that before, like, how worried I was. So as soon as I saw it was him, I'm like, oh shit, like, I can't sleep, I gotta, how you doing? Like, he's, like, one of my best friends. And I was so worried about him, so it's like, I was fucking overjoyed to see him, and I'm like, oh, I've gotta say something now. You know what I mean? He got a temporary ban. He called somebody gay, and he was playing with them, and they thought he was being seriously homophobic. So, they reported him, and he got, like, a couple-week ban. It was a whole misunderstanding. You know as well as I do that Max jokes, but he's not actually fucking homophobic. He's not actually a hater. So he joked with somebody, and he actually said he thought about that, but his internet was also having problems. So it was like the perfect storm. He got a couple-week ban from YouTube. Or not YouTube, I'm sorry, from Discord. And then his internet was having problems. And then he got his internet fixed. And he was just like, he was like, I was about to reach out to you on YouTube if my Discord still wasn't unbanned. Like, he literally told me he was about to do that once his internet fixed. He thought of that. So, it's just an unfortunate set of circumstances, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm glad that he has your email now, and he has my email, so if something like that happens again, he can let us know, so I'll know he's okay. Because I really worried about him. He's one of my best friends in the whole world. I love him. Like I told you, Sammy, I love him like a brother. He's like the brother I never had. The younger brother. He's younger than me. He's like 20. And he has never let me down. You know what I mean? Any time that I ever needed Max, he was there. He has been, like, the most dependable friend that you could ask for. I love him to death. And of course, he would call me gay for saying that. But I don't care. I do. I love him. Like, he's like my family. So when he just went off the grid, I was just really scared something happened to him. And it was such a breath of fresh air to know that he was okay. Because I'm like, did another family member die? You know what I mean? Like, he had that one time where he disappeared and his granddad died. I'm like, oh shit, did something else happen? Like, my mind's worrying, and I'm like, oh. So I'm so glad to know that he's okay, his family's okay. And hopefully he should be back to streams. He usually gets up real late for us, because, well, remember, he's 15 hours ahead. So usually he gets up at like 6 a.m. for me and starts coming in the stream, so you'll probably start to see him more in the afternoon hanging out in the streams. He's always fun to have in chat. And he tries to come by the streams a lot to support me when he can. He's just, he lives out, first of all, he's poor, obviously, no shame there, but he lives out in he lives in a more isolated area of Australia, so, they can't afford really good internet, and then the internet that they do have has problems because they're out in the boonies. Like, Australia is one of, like, the harshest wildernesses you could be into, so he's got poor internet, and he's out in the woods, so that's why he has so much problems with the internet. Well, he's always talking about his internet dropping out, because, it would take a lot of money to get really good internet to be, flawless out there. And he has what he can afford, so a lot of the time he has internet issues. But whenever his internet's working, he always pops up, says hi, checks on me, joins streams. I know, like I said, so I figured that he was just, his internet was down or something like that. He's way out there. Okay? He's already way out there in Australia, but I mean, he is in the boonies in Australia, you understand? He's in the outback. Like, he's in the wilder parts of Australia, you understand what I mean? So, like, he's in the wild of the wild. Like, he's in the boonies. And it's really hard to get reliable internet out there in the back of beyond unless you have a lot of money, which obviously, Max is just like me, just getting by. So we all kind of expect him to have internet issues. Just usually he's not gone that long. And then after what happened with his granddad, every time now in the back of my head, after he came back and his granddad had died, I'm sitting there like, did something happen to him? You know what I mean? Like, it's always in the back of my head, like, it should be the internet, but what if? And it drives me crazy. So he's told me he is seeing huge fucking spiders. He's told me that he has ran into enormous spiders. And I'm like, dude, Max, I would burn the fucking house down. Nope! We're moving! Like, he's seeing kangaroos. Like, I know, like, I joked, like, he's actually full out in the wilderness seeing fucking kangaroos. And you need to be careful, because kangaroos are cute, they will fucking kill you. Kangaroos are surprisingly vicious. If you, they won't attack you first, but if you go into their territory, they will fuck you up. A lot of people are like, oh, cute kangaroo, and then got their shit rocked. I mean, they know how to box and punch. I mean, hard. Like, I can send you a picture, and it's like it became like a joke picture. They have kangaroos, Samantha, that are actually jacked. Like, they have fucking, like, muscles that are bigger around than my fucking head. It's disturbing how jacked some kangaroos are. So they fucking punch you, it hurts. So a lot of people, like they'll get too close to a kangaroo and I mean get their shit rocked. Not a lot of people die from kangaroos, but they'll give you a black eye. You do not want to fuck with a kangaroo. Yes. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to find that picture and send it to you because it's both hilarious and scary as shit to run into a kangaroo that looks like he's been on fucking roids. Like a bodybuilder kangaroo. Like, oh my god. Yeah. No, I'm serious. Kangaroos actually throw punches. They're fucking mean. Like, they will actually box you. And they'll probably win. I mean, it's all fun and games until you get fucking literal a black eye from a kangaroo. It is so funny, yeah. And, yeah, I'm gonna send you two of these pictures on Facebook, and I want you to look at this. It is fucking unbelievable how jacked this kangaroo is. And there's lots of kangaroos that are shredded like that. Like, they're very muscular. I mean, holy shit, look at the biceps on that kangaroo. Jesus Christ. Imagine being out in the brush and you run into that thing. Oh my god, I'm running like a bitch. I'm running screaming like, holy shit. That thing could crush a fucking watermelon with those guns. And they have fully opposable thumbs, Samantha. They can actually punch you. You see what I mean? Like, you look, they have thumbs. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I know it's funny, but I'm saying, imagine getting punched in the face with a fucking kangaroo that's that jacked, with the arm this big around. Fuck you up. Like, I mean, it's funny, but it's no joke. I wouldn't want to get hit in the face by that kangaroo. It's like getting hit by a professional boxer. Yeah. And that picture, the first picture I showed you, the one of him sitting there like this, it became a bit of a meme in the group. We all started saying that was Max in real life, that he was secretly a jacked kangaroo. And it became like a funny meme that we would send in the group, like, oh, hey, look, it's a picture of Max. Or Max secretly in real life, kangaroo. And we all fucking trolled him with it. It became like a funny running joke that he was secretly a kangaroo. And it's funny, too, because I told him, I'm like, I'm on to you, Max. I know you're a kangaroo. And he stopped. And he went, ... you know too much. And I, like, you have to see that to believe it. I didn't know that a raccoon, not a raccoon, sorry. I did not know that a kangaroo could be that jacked. Yeah. That's why I told you he would love it. When you first sent that poster, I'm like, Max will love that, because we already give him shit over that. So it was just a happy coincidence. Like, Emily sent that to him, by the way. He saw it and he thought it was funny. I forgot to tell you that. Because I asked him if he saw the poster. He thought it was hilarious. Like I said, he thought it was funny. So it's like, it's like a recurring joke in the group. Oh, Max, he's secretly a kangaroo. Hopping around. It's like, we know who you really are, Max. You're a kangaroo that became obsessed with Max Payne. And that's also why I thought it was fucking hilarious when you came up with Max Payne Guru. Oh shit, we didn't tell Max that. He stopped being in the fucking group around that. I gotta tell him that nickname you came up for him. I'm actually gonna switch his nickname in the group to Max Payne Guru. That was fucking hilarious that you came up with like that. That was golden. He's gonna be Max Payne Guru. But yeah, I'm so glad that he's back. I was so worried about him. Like I said, he's like one of my best friends. I don't know what I would do.
You're still here.
Disappointed?
I thought you'd leave as soon as I...
Oh, maybe I did. I could have forgot, but it could have, honestly, it's been so long. Either way, I need to switch, at the very least, I need to switch his Discord nickname to Max Payne Guru.
I had my grappling hook. Try to find a way to the mainland.
As tempting as that sounds, you saved Taka's life. My debt's not paid until your uncle's free.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay.
Send word to the others.
Well, see, that's why you remember, baby.
We're going to break into Castle Canada and free Lord Shimura.
The next day, Castle Canada.
I'm told your nephew stalks my men. Tears them apart. Like a beast.
I'm certain you've done worse.
Oh, you pretend we're different. But we fight for the same thing. To create a legacy that outlives us.
I won my legacy with duty and honor. Brought order to my home. And justice for my people. You are nothing like me.
Neither is your nephew. But his name is
Okay.
legacy.
A legacy is more than a name.
Ah, true. Your family has lived here for generations. Your ancestral castle lies to the north, yes? I look forward to visiting it. While I leave you here to starve to death, alone, without honor.
Now we're finally going to rescue him. Yeah. Thank you. See, that's why I give you the big fucks, baby. You keep track of those things.
Everyone's here. Should we wait for the Straw Hats?
No. I'll meet you at the farmhouse.
Shadow of the Samurai.
Jin,
Thank you for coming. Lord Shimura will be grateful.
my family's killer can wait a few hours longer.
As can my hunt for Tomoe. Our island needs its leader restored.
With your support, he'll be free by sunrise. Prepare yourselves. We'll attack soon.
Give the word. We'll be there.
Your own student, fighting for the enemy. Serves you right.
Don't start.
An old man taking up with a young woman. That only leads to trouble.
I treated her like a daughter.
For some women, one father is more than enough.
I love Ishikawa, man, and him Masagos, and they're going at it.
I hate sake. You know that.
Sakai, why are you...
Taka, fine work on the grappling hook.
I'm glad it suits you, my lord. Yuna wanted me to stay behind, but I had to come and wish you well.
What's your excuse, Kenji?
I don't like drinking alone.
Then save your finest sake. If we rescue Lord Shimura, we'll have much to celebrate.
And it's cool because all the people that you rescued and helped actually come in and help you. You know what I mean? So it's like, it feels like all the missions you did leading up to this were worth something, like building up to this rescue.
Everyone, it's time. Today we free Lord Shimura.
I was told we'd have Straw Hat reinforcements.
They're not here. And we can't wait any longer.
What's the plan, Lord Sakai?
I'll use my grappling hook to infiltrate the castle. Once I silence the alarm, the rest of you can safely breach the front gate. The Mongols are likely holding Lord Shimura in the main keep. If they sound the alarm, they may execute him.
We can storm the front gates, take them by surprise.
No, we do this quietly. We'll carve a path to the main keep, rescue Lord Shimura, then fall back to the main gate and make our escape.
Sounds like suicide.
Only if we attack head-on. We can do this if we sneak in and catch the enemy while they're sleeping.
Like a thief.
Or a ghost?
Lord Shimura is counting on
I
us.
love that, like a
Let's
thief
head out.
or a ghost.
Good speech. You sure this will work?
It has to.
Looks like you can climb up here.
Catch up to the others. I'll see you inside.
Be careful, Jin.
Yeah, exactly. Everything that you did feels like it meant something, you know what I mean? You didn't just do those missions with those people for no reason, like they all come in to help you.
I won't fail you again, Uncle.
Gotta love doing that. I'm gonna drop down on you, baby. But I'm not gonna stab you with a katana. I'm gonna stab you with my blade. A hidden blade.
The alarm. Better take down the guards. Sensei, you and Kenji secure the front gate.
Consider it done.
Yuna, can you clear the path along the cliff?
I'll handle it.
Good. We'll meet up at the bridge.
Forgetting someone?
No. You're with me. There's a siege weapon up ahead. Last time they turned it on Yuna and me.
This time, we'll take it.
We need to clear the courtyard. Quietly, or head on.
Your move.
Negium Harsinta!
Ah, shit. Hold on. Trying to
We need to clear the
be
courtyard.
quieter.
Quietly, or head on.
Your move.
Huge stretch.
Damn it.
We need to clear the courtyard. Quietly, or head on.
Your move.
Here we go. Ah, fuck it up.
We need to clear the courtyard. Quietly, or head on.
Your move.
Huge wish wedge. Negium Harsinta! You work!
Can you operate the Hwacha?
I'll figure it out.
When I free Lord Shimura, we'll be chased
And
by
I
rebels. Take them
I
down.
love how you got me the tray that holds your phone and your drink. Super awesome.
And you, Masako.
That's such a nice touch.
Jid, the gate's guarded.
Follow my lead.
Yes. They said, you take care of me so well, baby. More than I've ever been taken care of in my entire life.
Huge wish wedge.
Sand the beats.
This will be easier to strong after.
Ryuzo failed me. I won't forget that.
Neither will
And like at the very beginning of the game, if you remember, he tried to storm this place, and it went terribly, and he got kicked off the bridge, and it went badly. Now you see how much he's grown and how much he's changed.
This is as far as I got last time.
The Khan threw you off this bridge? How'd you survive?
I don't know.
Gate's locked.
Hold the bridge. I'll find another way over. This should work.
Good eye. Once you're in, open the gate for me.
And like, you went to all the trouble to build a grappling hook. You see, you wouldn't have been able to get in without the grappling hook. So it's like everything that you did in the first chapter to rescue him pays off. And feels like it was meaningful.
I could use Yuna's help.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Oh, hold on one sec. Password. There we go.
Hey, sexy. You looking good enough to eat.
Looking so tired.
Well, you look good to me, baby. You always look good to me. But yeah, you can see the monster fits. It's just it wasn't on camera.
Cool.
I love you so much, and I really appreciate you staying up. Like I said, I had to stay up late to get the groceries and just threw my schedule out of whack. But otherwise, I would have had to wake up and do the groceries after being up for like 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't want, I hate waking up and then, hey, do this big grocery order. So, uh, but I so appreciate it. This chair is great. I'm finally sitting and I feel comfortable. It means a lot to me, Samantha.
I'm so glad you're comfy now.
Yeah, and I spend the majority of my day streaming in this chair, so it makes a difference.
You think that the bungees are going to be strong enough to actually...
Yeah, for sure, babe. I mean, I made it. I made an office chair last for like 2 years. this is definitely going to be stronger than an office chair, and I don't even weigh half the capacity, so, I'm not, like, putting it at strain, like, like, right...
No, I'm not calling you fat or anything. I'm just saying that if bungees, like, if every time somebody sits on them, they fray just a little bit against the thing, sometimes they won't last as long as they report to last.
Yeah, well, it should be just fine. Maybe it should last more than long enough. I'm not worried about it. And so,
I do want to bring you over, like, a lot sooner than that. So.
yeah, hopefully. But yes, I love you, and just go to sleep. I'm probably going to be up for a little bit and then go to sleep. I'm still tired. Just wait. Tell me when you get up, okay? I love you. Bye.
Here, you!
Good fish budget.
하고 제유 없어. 자.
Damn it.
There you are.
Quiet. More guards ahead.
And I'm gonna end this part here, actually.